Welcome to the world of ancient Greece, where the foundations of Western philosophy were born. Today, we're diving into the life of one of its most legendary figures, Plato. But before he became the philosopher we know, he was Aristocles. Yes, Plato's real name was Aristocles. He was born around 427 BC into a prestigious Athenian family. His father, Ariston, was rumored to be a descendant of kings, while his mother, Pyrrhiction, was connected to Solon, the famed lawgiver who laid the groundwork for Athenian democracy. Plato had two brothers, Glaucon and Adimantus, and a sister named Potone, along with a half-brother, Anaphon. From the start, he was surrounded by influence, power, and intelligence. But his true calling came through an unlikely source, his mentor Socrates. Socrates, the legendary philosopher who never wrote down his own ideas, became Plato's teacher. But Socrates wasn't just a teacher, he was a disruptor. Known for questioning everything, he challenged conventional wisdom. It's no surprise that Socrates became one of Plato's most profound influences. In 399 BC, Socrates was condemned to death for corrupting the youth of Athens and impiety. The event shattered Plato, and it set him on a path to preserve Socrates' teachings while developing his own ideas. After Socrates' death, Plato traveled. Legend says to Egypt, Sicily, and Italy, seeking wisdom from distant lands and different cultures. But at the age of 40, he returned to Athens with a new mission. In a sacred grove dedicated to the hero Academus, Plato founded the first-ever institution of higher learning, the Academy. This was where he would teach, write, and debate with the brightest minds of his time, including his star pupil, Aristotle. Plato's most famous contribution to philosophy is his theory of forms, which challenges our understanding of reality. He argued that the material world we perceive is only a shadow of a higher, unchanging reality, an abstract world of perfect forms like justice, truth, and beauty. To Plato, what we see and touch are just imperfect reflections. One of Plato's most iconic illustrations of this idea comes in his allegory of the cave. Imagine prisoners, chained in a cave, only able to see shadows on the wall. To them, the shadows are the only reality they know. But once freed, one prisoner discovers the real world outside the cave, full of light and truth. For Plato, this represented the journey of the philosopher, moving from ignorance to knowledge. But Plato's story wasn't just about ideas. He got involved in politics, often with disastrous results. In Syracuse, Sicily, Plato tried to reform the city's government, influencing its rulers. However, the tyrant Dionysius turned against Plato, even holding him as a prisoner. He narrowly escaped death and was sold into slavery. Plato's life was saved by a fellow philosopher, Anaxagoras, who bought his freedom for 20 minas, a huge sum of money in those days. Despite these struggles, Plato continued to teach and write throughout his life. He not only preserved the teachings of Socrates, but also shaped future generations. His dialogues explored everything from love, politics, and science to the nature of the soul. One of his most famous students, Aristotle, would go on to challenge many of his ideas, creating a philosophical legacy of his own. As for Plato's death, the details are mysterious. Some say he died peacefully in his sleep, while others claim he passed away at a wedding feast. Either way, Plato left behind an unparalleled legacy. His academy lasted for centuries, until it was destroyed in 84 BC by the Roman general Sulla. Over 2,400 years later, Plato's ideas continue to influence everything from politics to education, science, and ethics. As Alfred North Whitehead once said, all of philosophy is a series of footnotes to Plato. His ideas, like his forms, continue to resonate through time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the lives of the world's greatest thinkers.